message from our forefathers that made absolutely no sense, right? Created for an appointed time, but the Most High said that he will wake up his people and make us to understand his word and to hear his voice. And when that appointed time came, now we understand. Now we can read. Now we can see what that message is. And now it's time to run.
Come on, come on.
Does anybody see how exactly what Habakkuk was given here, what the specific mission that he was given, how it relates to us today?
Come on.
Habakkuk wrote a message that meant nothing to anybody at the time. People walking by this table of stone, seeing exactly what was written on Hebrew of that table of stone and didn't understand it, right? It was like, okay, I see what it says, but I don't know what that means yet. But then it says an appointed time. This vision, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. And at the end, it shall speak. Right? That appointed time was speaking of the waking up of the children of Israel. Being able to understand the word that was written by our forefathers, telling us what we need to do in this time of trouble. Right? Because our people were in captivity. That message that Habakkuk wrote upon the stone was a message of freedom. And those who did not have faith and looked upon that table of stone and said, that don't make no sense, it doesn't mean anything, those people neglected that message. However, that message by Habakkuk was still delivered. That blood wasn't on Habakkuk's hand. It was a different type of message. Right? Whoever read that message in that captivity and remained in that captivity, that blood was no longer in Habakkuk's hands. Right? That relates directly to us. And so how do we know that this relates directly to us? Who is it that's supposed to be giving us the understanding of what's written in this book? Where are they at? Right? It says, so in order for a spiritual watchman to be a watchman, you have to be sent by the Most High. Because if you're not sent by the Most High, there's no way you can hear from him. The Most High is not going to speak to somebody that he didn't send. Today's watchers are our pastors, watching over the flock, right? The people who tend directly to the flock. It's meant to watch over the souls of the flock, right? We see that in Ephesians chapter 4, 11 through 12, where it says he gave some pastors, some prophets, some teachers, right? For the edifying of the saints, right? So, if there are watchers, why don't we see the prophecies that we're reading of today in the truth? Why don't our people know that they're descended from the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? Why don't they know that the people suffering around the world are from the lost sheep of the house of Israel? Why don't they know that? Why don't they know about the impending war that was established in prophecy between the U.S., Israel, and Iran? Right? Because our watchers have become weak, influenced, and do not hear from the Most High. It's simple.
Come on.
People have established themselves, given themselves titles, and began being greedy and feeding off of our people, telling them what they want to hear.
Come on.
The original watchmen didn't care what you wanted to hear. Right? They feared the Most High more than they feared you.
That's right.
Which is why they died the way they did. There was a lot of prophets that died in peace, but there are many more that died brutal deaths because they weren't afraid of you.
Come on.
They're not afraid of you. We're not afraid of you. The House of Judah Fellowship Church is not afraid of you.
Come on.
We're afraid of what the Most High is going to do, which is what I'll show you later, should we not deliver our message.